Welcome everyone to a casted game for Zerospace, and today spawning in the northwest corner of the map, playing in purple, we've got Biaxin playing as the protectorate faction, and his opponent in the southeast playing in teal. We've got Brad playing as the grell, opening up with a double incubator, focusing in the middle of the map now. We've got the grell hero, has that seedling to be able to consume as one of the activatable abilities for the grell. Can consume allied units and regain HP. Can also consume itself, the grell hero, and share the love. Share that HP with its friendly units. See the Deadly Vines ability? Go in there trying to bait in the Dread Raider hero. Does use the Ghost Walk ability. Goes a little bit cloaked there for a second. Does use a sticky bomb on the grell hero. That's about to explode. Will he look to try and pounce on that? Looks like it possibly. It does manage to get stunned, but it doesn't chase after it with the commandos. With that number of stingers there, understandable he made that decision. Now, to introduce the Dread Hero, does have three abilities. Disrupting Shot, does a blast damage, which is 50, I believe. It slows the enemies as well and prevents them from using weapons and abilities for up to 5 seconds. Also has ability for the Shadow Walk, which we did see earlier. Gives it a cloak, but also increases the movement speed of the Dread Hero by 50%. Also adds a 50% dodge chance for 4 seconds. And we saw as well that Sticky Bomb, which is an interesting one, does have a time attached to it, of course, and once the time elapses, the units that it gets attached onto and the surrounding units in the radius do get stunned, and also gets damaged by 50. But bear in mind, if the target dies earlier before the explosion has time to happen, the stun duration halves. The stun duration should be 4 seconds, would halve to 2, of course. Now the Grell hero, played by Brad, they do have 2 control towers already, so looking to get those talents up quickly. It does have the 10% movement speed on these units already as a talent. The Protectorate, played by Biaxin, going for pillage. So any buildings and harvesters he destroys will give him some resources. 33% of the cost of those buildings or units he destroys. Going down the south, looking to snipe out the harvester. Does pick them off with the commandos. Quite a few commandos being chosen. He does use the Deadly Vine ability. Great usage of the ability of the Grell hero. Needs to back away. Does micro this pretty well though, I gotta say, against the stingers. But I think he's going to lose the majority of these units. The Dread hero might need to back away. Does use the Q ability, the jump ability for the commandos just to get out of there. Ghost Walk now, going to be keeping that Dread hero alive. And kicking, and does have that middle control tower. Just to add in a little bit more XP for the Protectorate. Now both players have expanded to the secondary base expansion. Does use another Deadly Vine ability. This Grell hero is on fire using that ability so well that there comes the stun shot, the stun blast for the Dread hero. As you're saying, both players have gone for a secondary base. We'll be scaling that economy very nicely. As that Protectorate is going to go for a triple racks opening here. At least, as I say, opening. We're 5 minutes into the game, so anyway, he's got 3 barracks. Let's put it that way. 3 incubators being matched by the Grell. Also does have a medium incubator on the field. In fact, I think it's more than that. It's yeah, 4 incubators up there for the Grell. Looking to be aggressive, and that's exactly what's happening now. Take a look. These harvesters under fire. Will the Protectorate come out to save it? Does use the recall ability. It's a top bar ability for the Protectorate, saving that harvester for now. But the map control is certainly in favour of the Grell, having access to 3 control towers, just moving on the west side there with a couple of weavers added into the mix. A great unit for the Grell. Bear in mind that the Grell with this unit will be able to use an ensnare ability. We'll talk about that in just a moment because there could be a bit of an engagement here. Oh, starts to incubate them. I think those yeah, those stingers that have been incubated, they pop out now, and well, certainly contesting this middle tower. A lot of commandos. Uses the Deadly Vines once again. Oh, uses the Sticky Bomb. We see it in full action. He's going to need to separate that one little stinger out of the way. Or maybe move out the mountain. Wait, he's not separating. He is now. He did a decent job of it. Only a couple of those units were stunned in the end, and wasn't so significant in the end. The Dread hero getting caught a little bit. Oh, he might lose his life if he's not careful. He loses his shield, and the commanders do jump jet away, looking to keep up the healthy ones on the front lines, the weak ones on the back. Does use the Deadly Vines just to help out with the retreat for the Grell. All of a sudden, though, Biaxin and his units' numbers are looking healthy. Does have a 3rd base expansion now in the north, and so do the Grell. Both players kind of matching in the expansion times, which is nice. And it means that the economy should be able to fuel the units, but there's a lot of commanders on the field. Neutralizing the tower in the northeast. Does now have a research lab. I'm not so sure if he got the upgrade just yet for the bastions. Doesn't look to be producing any bastions just yet. And the central control tower heading in the direction of control of the grell once again. And the flux is depositing the high yield flux in the middle of the map. And this is where map control becomes oh so important on starsand. Both players will want to access that high yield flux for sure. We see some dread hovercrafts on the field. Moving into the northeast, looking to decap that control tower. Oh wait, it was already in his control. I don't know what that was about. Or maybe he just got it now. In fact, these are, apologies, these are for Byaxin actually, the purple ones. I'm so used to seeing Brad playing in purple. Anyway, we've got 2 control towers there for Byaxin. About to take the engagement. The commandos uses the deadly vine ability, and well, that's a lot of those stingers. Starting to get a good surround. Commandos trying to go up top of the rank and use the choke point to their advantage. It looks like there is an ability there from the stingers. Yeah, it's the poison sting one. Attack steal 5 DPS and slows movement speed by 20%. Lasts for 5 seconds. You actually see on the protectorate units like a little green ring around them when they're affected. Grell getting the west side control tower. And some crabs are popping onto the field for the Grell. Neutralizing the central control tower and capturing it too. And that third talent has been brought about. Infused lifesteal, so infused units actually getting 15% lifesteal. Was about to head on top of the ramp, but thinks better of it. Protectorate cutting it off for now. Slowly but surely, this could be turning into a bit of a macro game. Both players a bit standoffish for good reason. Both players have a lot of army. I've got to say, the supply looking strong there for Byaxin overall. 2 gunships on the field. I suspect that came in with reinforcements because we can see the power level at 5 for Byaxin, so he spent it on something. It's got to be those gunships. Does use the Deadly Vine's ability on the end just to cut off the retreat for the hovercraft, but that's a lot of commandos. Those commandos shooting down those stingers. They're getting absolutely ripped through. Does have a Reaver. Will be using the charge ability with the Reaver, but it's only 1 Reaver, and he's going to get taken out, possibly on the retreat. Now, he's got a lot of health in there, a lot of tanking with that unit, and does back away. Lives to fight another day, but that can't be said for that harvester. Or maybe it can. Just about gets taken out. Retreats back to the biomass. That was a costly fight there for the Grell. That's a lot of commandos for the Protectorate. Now, interestingly enough, the Protectorate can do a couple of things. Oh, it's actually got a couple of mines on the flux, just in case the Grell head into that position and get caught out, especially on that ramp too. Now, bear in mind that the Protectorate have a couple of options. They can either try and double down, keep up with the production and do some damage, and maybe tech into some factories. It does have one so far. Maybe pop down more production builders, but it could also scale that economy, knowing that the Grell probably won't be able to attack all too soon. Now, I would love to see Byaxin look to just get some of those control towers, because 2 of them are still in favor of the Grell, giving them access to the 4th talent, which is ready for hunt, with the attack-based energy also being gained outside of combat. Let's get that last tower in the middle. Uses the Deadly Vine's ability on the bottom of that ramp. Commander numbers looking very healthy there for Byaxin. Backing off for now. Well, looks like Byaxin's going to try and force the issue. Does use the Deadly Vine's ability. And pushes them back a little bit there, those commandos. Does use the Reaver charge to the the commandos. They jump jet out of there, but, well, the stingers get right on top of them. Gunships getting some value on the Weavers on the back line. The Weavers, they're trying to focus on the gunships as much as possible. The commandos jump jet out there once again, but there's just too many. He's going to go up the ramp, and will the Grell units take the bait? They do. They go on top of the ramp. It takes out a lot of those HP on those units, but not enough to kill them for now. And oh, there is a stinger. This is a big fight for Grell. He took a great engagement there, Brad, with those stingers, with those Weavers. The Grell starting to build up a lot. This is looking a bit scary on the west side. Expansion coming up there for the Protectorate, but it's going to be denied now. Not sure if you'll take it out completely, because there's a decent number of units heading that position. Those commanders might need to jump jet down that cliff to join the fight. The gunship's going to push it away. Not enough anti-air here for the Grell. No Weavers, no Behemoths just yet. Of course, Behemoth a long way away. More of a late game unit, of course, and another expansion coming up for the Grell. The Grell did a lot of damage, and I love that approach, actually, scaling the economy behind that initial skirmish. That was pretty solid there for the Grell. I've got to say, the Protectorate, they do so well at reproducing and building up those units again. Supply looking healthy once more. It kind of blocked in there, blocking in his own units. Unfortunately, the hovercrafts can't get through. Gonna have to find another way around. In fact, it's going to destroy the supply depot. Probably a good idea. But moving forward with healthy numbers, that's a lot of strikers, I've got to say. Holy moly. This could be a problem. That's a lot of stingers, but if the strikers start to fire on them with the meat shield of the commanders on front, if he fights in this choke point, could work out well for the Protectorate. Will Grell do that? He does move further forward, tries to get us around. The commandos jump right on top of them, trying to cut off the retreat, but look at that, the poison coming in from those stingers. Here comes the Tree of Life for the Grell, but it might be just too little too late. The Grell hero goes down, and that was a big fight there. Comes in the favor of the Protectorate faction, the gunships and the strikers getting so much value. And behind this, now, once again, Byaxan has a decision to make. Does he dive in? Does he look to do some more critical infrastructural damage? Or does he look to scale that economy with further expansions? Speaking of which, well, the Grell are expanding even further down in the southwest, and he's going to be looking to take out that Nourishing Bard. That's Stinger numbers starting to build up once again, but I'm not so sure it's going to be enough. I don't know how relevant they are in the game just now at the moment, but there's still a lot of commandos, to be fair, so mixing it in tier 1, tier 2 units, all the like, for both players. That's a Reaver popping out. It's going to start to be pushed back here a little bit. The Grell's going to find a way to try and hold him for as long as possible. It's going to get a couple more Weavers. But that's looking a dangerous army, and Brad knows that he taps out. The Protectorate, they prevail again, once again on Starsand. Hope you guys enjoy this casted game. Take care, and see you next time.